Hello, welcome back. Okay, I'm excited. I was actually so excited about this because it's Halloween. I'm looking witchy. I feel witchy. I was just watching. Oh, yeah, I'm coming out of a rough week, and now I feel like skies are finally clearing. And I was just watching this girl on YouTube. I forgot her username already, but she was talking about the dark feminine a lot, and I was like, ooh, wait. I feel like in general I'm a pretty light feminine girl, but I have a lot of darkness inside, and then when it comes out, sometimes I feel really bad about it. But then it's been helping me a lot to see it as like very important to experience too. Okay, but that is the reason I decided to come on live today, because I wanted to do a love reading for myself and also for you. Um, I have to tell you real quick a story before we start. I was taking the thumbnail for this live, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like shoot one card up, and whatever card it's gonna be in the thumbnail. When I shot it up, it was, oh wait, where is it? The world. And it shook me because like the world was the first tarot card I ever got that I looked into, that I like that was able to help me at all because I looked it up. And it was also in a love reading. When someone asked me, the person reading me, Patrick, my friend, said, do you just want to throw in a yes or no question? I was like, okay. I think my question was kind of framed like, at the time I was trying to focus on myself more. I was like in some sort of situationship with somebody, but I was kind of just like realigning. So I was feeling good, but and I think I asked the cards like, am I gonna get what I want if I just like focus on myself? And then my friend pulled the world card and he was like, oh, yes. And I didn't know anything about tarot, but I could just feel it. Like, I was like, I feel like I know exactly what this card means. And on my deck, it makes it feel super awesome. It says, where is it? The world. Can you see? The first Buddha is at the center of the 8 Bodhisattva mandala. It is full enlightenment, the total realization of being. Enlightenment, total realization, world travel, ultimate spiritual expansion, fame, self-awareness. And I don't know. I mean, for me, it feels like, isn't that what everybody wants? But that's extra me because I have a Venus in Sagittarius. But now we're getting into astrology. That's a whole other live that we'll do a different time. Okay. Let's do a love reading. Gosh, this is so funny because I actually feel most comfortable doing love readings. I got into tarot because of them because I'm a lover girl, but it's like being Adele or like a music artist. I feel like I don't do them much when I'm in a healthy relationship. So, um it feels good to like reconnect with a part of me that wants to like romance myself in life. And I'm assuming that if anyone were to watch this, like at this point in my YouTube journey, you're probably also someone who is kind of a lover girl. Ooh. Girl is gender neutral here, by the way. So. Okay. Got the 3 of Pentacles, by the way. Hmm. Ooh, cool. Sorry. Um, I was thinking of how much a message resonated with me through that, and thinking of moments I could implement that. But yeah, it's funny how we don't, Nine of Wands. I don't know. It's funny how sometimes we can tend to wait a little bit until we need to get the treatment or the therapy, or we need to do something, or like we're pushing it a bit. For example, reconnecting with this part of myself that wants to romance myself. I imagine if like we were connected to that all the time, we wouldn't get into a place of such neediness. And I like what I'm feeling right now because I feel like I decided to come do a love reading to experience that. My week. Your week? Any big transformation you've been feeling that might be uncomfortable? Oh. But yeah, I think I'm reaching this point in my health and my personal journey where I'm not going to wait until I need it, or until I'm sick or feeling sad, to give myself love. I want to fertilize my life with my love. I want to seduce myself sometimes. I don't want to wait for the world to do this to me. Or I don't want to wait to be saved. I want to chase the life I want. I want to figure out the life I want and attract it. Ooh. What the fuck? I love my deck. I always tell people I have never found a deck that I love more than mine. And I found a lot that I like. But we be having some real conversations. Okay. What's the key to truly being yourself in this situation? Okay. I got the Three of Pentacles, which is really interesting because this card has so much significance in our lives right now, because I think we're all in the process of aligning everything. Alignment, which is also just feeling better because you're aligned, your thoughts are aligned with who you are. Your life is aligned with your values, and you're acting aligned with your values. And so I think when we're in this period of alignment, we're all trying to level up. We're trying to like love what we do, and um, you know, work for ourselves and work with people we like, maybe our friends, maybe people we would be friends with. This card has come up for me in a lot of like recent career and like uh, financial readings because I think the exact words are teamwork. What is this? Teamwork, wisdom, victory. Hold on. Three of Pentacles. Wisdom, victory, teamwork, teaching, collaboration. And that came up in recent career readings because it helped to align or to remind us why we want to align our lives more to level up and why we want, to keep growing as people. Uh, and that this is kind of that feeling. This is the wealth, new generational wealth. It's not just money, it's like full alignment, like actually being passionate about what we do and like loving the jobs we have and the relationships we have. And yeah, sometimes that looks like this. And I was reading this for career because sometimes when we move from an old model to something new and more free, it takes wisdom, victory, it takes teamwork, teaching, collaboration, like not so much of a traditional hierarchy that we're used to. And now we're doing a love reading. So, what is key to being yourself? And I'm going to switch it to first person because I'm thinking now, ooh, wait, oh my God, I have someone watching. Is it Anne? You can toss a question to the chat if you want. But anyways, yeah, so what I'm getting for love with the 3 of Pentacles is like, okay, for myself, I haven't felt very grounded in my relationship to love lately. But when I think about, 3 of Pentacles energy, wisdom, victory, teamwork, teaching, collaboration, it kind of like it makes me feel a lot better because it's like dating can be really hard, and like getting heartbroken and healing that and then like doing it again, and like it can be really hard even though it's really worth it. And like if I had to describe a general energy I had towards love or like advice I give on love, mine would be never to give up hope. Like, always know that you can have everything you want and that you deserve it because that's what love is. And that it like starts in the relationship with yourself. And so sometimes, I mean, I also have had a lot of dating experience. Sometimes you just date a lot, and you learn a lot, and then you have to take a break because it's too much. But for me and other of my lover girls who go through it with me, we kind of know we'll always be back, like to the journey of love and to opening ourselves up to it again because that's what we want and that's what we deserve. And one of the things that helped me whenever I was like coming back into the game, being like, hey, okay, I'm going to admit that this is something I want and I'm going to go for it because like I deserve that. I'm going to put myself out there. These principles always helped me. The idea that like, oh, the idea that uh, nothing is yours to keep forever, that nothing belongs to you and you don't belong to anyone. You're on your journey. You're here to learn and teach, and you teach each other, and that's how we spiritually grow together. Um, no relationship lasts forever. Uh, it's all just this like learning experience we have. And so why not be a part of it? And everyone deserves that. Like, whether you're alone your whole life, you're going to learn something about love, So you might as well go for things you want if you want something other than that. But yeah, teamwork, teaching, collaboration, wisdom, victory. Um, Maybe there could be, you know, sometimes if you're aligning work with love and with money and, you know, uh, your life purpose, there could be a boundaries issue, which I experienced too. And it reminds me of how when I first set out to meet my dream partner, it was more about me on my journey being ready to admit that uh, I am ready to take a chance on my dream, and I'm ready to admit what I want and go for it. That was more what it went for me. But yeah, now I do have a partner that I get to work with, and I align in every area of life. But sometimes you still need to bring the boundaries back. And so, yeah, I when I was searching for that, I think I saw my future partnership as my greatest collaborator on life. Because I always call my life the greatest work of art that I want to make. And if that's so, your partner and your friends are your greatest collaborators. So, yeah, maybe if you're someone who has a easier time working through friendships or business partnerships, maybe you can extrapolate some of that process onto your love relationship process. I do, and I tend to overdo it, but this card is actually reconnecting me with the boundaries. And it's making me feel better for my own mistakes, because we're all just here to teach and collaborate and learn together. What means allies resources are here to help us on our way to our goal? 9 of Wands. She looks like she's blowing a horn, so she looks like she's having a ceremony. 9 of Wands. Ugh, what's here? Oh my gosh, I don't like that. Humility. What's here to help us on our way to our goal? Humility, resilience, test of faith, limits, invocation. I stay humble in love. Oh my gosh. I feel like if you have a big heart, you probably feel a lot. And maybe the good times are really, really good, and you feel really on top of the world, but then it can make the bad times and maybe even some mid times weigh a little heavy for you. But I feel that way too sometimes. And I've been through so much at this point. Maybe you have too. Maybe you haven't, but when you do, just know that the resilience you develop feels so good. Like, now it's hard to experience some things and to feel abandonment wounds or just deeper core wounds or insecurities. But when I come around to myself, there's a resilience there that just wasn't there when I was young. And I'm so grateful for it, even though it came from difficult lessons in love. A test of faith for sure, many tests of faith. And I stay humble to all the future tests of faith, the limits it has, especially in this human experience, my own limits. Interesting. Um, and yeah, invocation, funny. So it's here to help me. Oh, another interesting thing, but maybe we'll get to it in the next card. Tower. What action will prove helpful on the way to your goal? Which is crazy because I was having quite a tower week, which is like sudden and painful awareness. I like how my deck puts it. Liberation. Wait. Irate manifestation of Samantambhadra. He has 21 heads and 42 hands. It is the central figure of the Kagya mandala and holds in its hands a good part of the Buddhist pantheon. He brings out the hidden aspects of the self. Liberation, opening up, sudden and painful awareness, breaking, moving, lightning strike, explosion of joy. Okay, I was definitely having a tower type of week, and hidden aspects of myself were resurfacing that I was kind of hoping I had healed. But I feel like my liberation is in knowing that it's a part of me, but maybe I have healed, but it's a part of me in a new way. And sudden and painful awareness. It was definitely painful, but there is something freeing about it. And it's funny that that's in the action card. So maybe that's telling us, like, let this sudden transformation take you where you want to go. Huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so maybe maybe you're experiencing a tower yourself in love, which means some sort of sudden change, transformation. I don't know if it's within you or within the relationship, but let the tower fall, if you know what I mean. Doesn't mean I have an easy time with tarot because it doesn't things never have to mean the relationship will end or that you have to choose something. Like, it just, you can just trust the crazy transformation or whatever. So maybe you're like me. Um, it's not within my relationship, but it's within myself, in which uh, there's a tower falling. And I definitely want it to fall. It's like, wounds in my self image and old beliefs that I use to harm myself. Even like that kind of mm, old thought patterns, that kind of thing. I think the tower fell for me when I experienced this right now in my life. And to be honest, right now in my life is kind of like the best it's ever been. I'm definitely living my dreams and continuing to like pump out newer, bigger dreams to chase. And I think that when I was visualizing this back in the day, like having everything that I have now, the relationship, the lifestyle, I did not imagine that I would still be experiencing and healing certain things within myself. I guess I had this fantasy up until this week that things would feel easy and light in a new way. And it does. But this week I saw some demons. Um but the tower fell for me when I realized that I can still see demons, my demons, and that I can still get stuck in the past and um mm, even when I have everything I want, I still have to work towards freeing myself, or maybe it's not going to be hard work, but there are still things. But now the tower is falling, and if I let it fall, so what if I have to get in touch with my dark feminine again? So what if I have my femme fatale era? What if you have your femme fatale era? What if that isn't the right person for you anyway? What if you want someone that actually knows what they want and they want you? Then whoever would give you wishy-washy energy just wouldn't be it right now. Let the tower fall. Also, maybe you have old traumas coming up, and sometimes you can't tell what to trust or what you want, and maybe your communication isn't where you want it to be. Maybe you feel like you're ruining good things sometimes, but let that tower fall, because you're a person too, and you deserve love. You are love, no matter what. You're working on yourself. You're seeking out more and more of what you want to create. So it's okay. It's okay to be rejected. The worst thing you fear in dating, it's actually okay too. I don't think this is not my worst fear, but I know a lot of people, and I think this makes sense, where the worst fear is ending up alone. And even that, even that can be really romantic and deep and wonderful. And even that could be potentially less lonely than other paths. Like, it could be anything you want. Like, you can just create that story. So yeah, let that tower fall. What has to change on the way to our goal? Seven of Wands. We had Nine of Wands, so we have seven. I don't know, but he looks really zenned out. He looks chill as fuck. Ooh, method, knowledge, protection. Perseverance, constancy. I don't know about you, but I got a big jolt from that. What has to change on the way to your goal? Method, knowledge, protection, perseverance, constancy. I don't know about you, but I definitely have some methods that I could switch up. For me, and maybe this you could relate, the method with which I seek love. I could definitely switch that up. I have so much love to give, so much, even to myself. Uh, there's no reason for me to search for it where it isn't. But I have a tendency to do that as well, just because I'm so open, Venus and Sagittarius, also like empath, ADHD, which emotional person. Mm, maybe you're the same. Maybe you're not. But like, have you ever thought about the method with which you find love or you receive love? Um, I feel like we know love when we feel it, and we do have an inner source. We're not in the place anymore where we only saw it where it was not. No, we're not always searching for love in the wrong places anymore. Now we're doing better. We have a clear connection to our inner source of love. So maybe this is like a redirection to remembering that, or like having rituals to reconnecting with our inner source of love, so that when we can't control things externally, we still feel it. Knowledge. Okay, this is knowledge. That these are truths that I'm speaking right now. And I feel it so clearly inside. Like, I feel like I can handle anything now with the knowledge that I'm accessing inside. And when I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling like insecure or unloved or unseen, I'm not connected to that inner knowing that I have, the love that I am. I'm using a method that isn't working for me to connect. And I'm going to need protection against that. I have the tools. I am a witch. I am a magical creator of my reality, and I'm an artist. So I know how to feel what method, and how to access that inner knowledge. I need protection from my powers, require protection from myself, perseverance, constancy. Oh, I love that in a love reading, because when people ask me what I love about my partner, and um, I say it's the consistency. Like, he's a really consistent person, but he shows me consistency in everything. Um, and, you know, that sounds obvious in like dating, that is a green flag, but I forgot to ever see that as a green flag for my own relationship with myself. I would say that my whole life I did not see myself as a consistent person, but I liked it about myself. I liked the chaos and the like spontaneity and serendipitous adventures that I would have. That Sag Venus vibe. But I feel like what I missed out on is some security or groundedness from having constancy with myself in any way, whether it was like consistently showing myself love, or consistency towards my craft. But things have changed. I'm a different person. You're a different person. You're not who you were when you had all these heartbreaks, you know? You made mistakes. So what? Um wow, I loved that. So what needs to change on the way to our goal? Our methods, our knowledge, our maybe you need to acquire more, maybe you need to connect to that inner knowing that you have about things. Maybe write it down, you know? Maybe leave yourself love letters, you know? Like, oh my gosh, I've been getting into this really good like technique that I haven't done in a long time, which is writing down what you want him or her to say so badly and then just saying it to yourself, but as a regular practice, even when you don't need it, you know? Um, yeah, just show yourself some consistency. Have you been dating yourself lately? And then finally, what is our goal? What is the karma to be burned? It's the Queen of Swords. I got this for a love reading for someone else recently, and it really helped them. I also have gotten it, Anne and I have pulled it like during this dark past week, and it really hit for us too. So let me read it to you. Queen of Swords. Can you see her? Liberating, virtuous actions, non judgment, direct communication, setting boundaries. You know what? It feels so good. I don't know if you remember at the beginning of this video when I came in with this energy of like, I had a bad week, but I'm back. I'm getting my power back. I'm listening to this girl talk about the dark feminine on YouTube a lot. And that's giving Queen of Swords energy, you know? Like, we're liberating, we're freeing ourselves, we're taking virtuous actions, direct communication, setting boundaries, non judgment. I talked about blended boundaries at the beginning with this. Interesting. So I'm getting, in all this alignment that we're creating, we still need to define love for ourselves. We still need to define what we want out of love and be an active participant in getting that for ourselves. I claim that shit. I claim that. I'm glad I did this. Huh. Wow, I'm having so many visualizations just from this reading of like how I can integrate that. Hmm. Hmm. Wow, thank you, cards. I love that. That was so amazing. And lastly, I would like to pull a yes or no card for you. So, if you have a clear yes or no question looming, ooh, it's not a clear cut one. Four of Swords. Take a good look. Do you get a yes? Or do you get a no from this image? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get a no. But it's not a hard no. It's a rebirth, recovery. It's a Four of Swords. Rebirth, recovery, ending, meditation. You know what? I know a lot would ask more difficult question, maybe a should I stay or should I go question for their yes or no. And rebirth, recovery, ending, meditation. It could be the end of a chapter in your relationship or a version of yourself. I know that's what's going on for me. Doesn't necessarily mean the end of one. But if you feel intuitively that it means the end for you, that's how you know. But if you feel that you still want it to continue, that's also how you know. That was fun. Thank you so much for watching. You 3 or 4 or 5 people who watch, I appreciate you so much. And you too, Daniela. Like, Dankeschön. Okay, well, guess I'll close it. Happy Halloween, and I love you. Oh, I forgot. It's over here.